The Galactic Council chambers had never witnessed such tension. Representatives from 1,000 worlds sat in their designated alcoves, their various forms of communication creating a cacophony of clicks, whistles, and electromagnetic pulses that the universal translators struggled to parse. At the center of it all stood Admiral Sarah Chen, the first human ever permitted to address the Council directly. The Zephyrian High Arbiter, his crystalline form refracting the chamber's light into prismatic rainbows, spoke with the authority of 10,000 years of galactic dominance. Human representative, your species has existed in our galaxy for merely 2 centuries since achieving faster-than-light travel. You dare challenge the established order that has maintained peace for millennia? Chen's response was calm, measured. We don't challenge peace, High Arbiter. We challenge the assumption that strength equals suppression. A ripple of what could only be described as laughter echoed from the Korthak delegation, their insectoid, mandibles clicking in amusement. Commander Vexthul, their most decorated warrior, rose from his seat. The soft flesh speaks of strength. Your species couldn't even defend your own home system when the Dominion tested your borders. The human admiral's eyes hardened. That test was 3 months ago, Commander. Perhaps your intelligence networks haven't informed you of recent developments. Before Vexthul could respond, an urgent alert pierced through the chamber's atmosphere. The massive holographic display at the center activated, showing the outer rim of Council space. What they saw defied every tactical doctrine in the Galactic Military Codex. 17 human vessels, appearing seemingly from nowhere, had simultaneously materialized at key strategic points throughout Council territory. Not invasion fleets. These were single ships, but they moved with a precision that spoke of capabilities far beyond what any Council species possessed. Impossible, whispered the Etherian representative, her translucent form flickering with distress. Our sensor networks detect no dimensional rifts, no FTL signatures. How did they— Phase shift. Technology, Chen interrupted, her voice carrying across the suddenly silent chamber. While you've spent millennia perfecting the art of domination, we've been perfecting the art of innovation. The Zephyrian High Arbiter's crystalline structure resonated with a frequency that indicated extreme agitation. You threaten the Council? With a mere 17 ships, our combined fleet's number in the millions. Chen smiled, a distinctly human expression that most species found unsettling. High Arbiter, those 17 ships aren't a threat. They're a demonstration. Computer, initiate Protocol 7. The holographic display shifted, zooming in on one of the human vessels as it approached a massive asteroid field that served as a mining operation for the Korthak Dominion. The ship, sleek and angular in design, extended what appeared to be a simple scanning array. What happened next would be remembered as the moment galactic politics changed forever. The asteroid field, thousands upon thousands of rocky bodies, each the size of a small moon, simply ceased to exist. Not destroyed, not vaporized, but converted. In the span of 30 seconds, the entire field transformed into a perfect geometric lattice of energy, pulsing with contained power that registered on sensors as comparable to a small star. Matter-energy conversion on a macro scale, Chen explained, to the stunned assembly. We learned this from studying your own mistakes. Every species in this chamber has focused on building bigger guns, faster ships, stronger shields. Humanity asked a different question. What if we didn't need any of those things? Commander Vexthul's exoskeleton had turned a pale shade that indicated fear among his species. The energy required for such conversion would drain a star. Would it? Chen gestured, and the display showed readings from the human ship. Our vessel's power output hasn't changed. We're not using energy to convert matter, Commander. We're using information. The Etherian representative materialized more solidly, her species' natural incorporeality abandoned in her shock. Information cannot alter physical reality on such a scale. Can't it? Chen's smile widened. Your species exists partially outside, normal space-time. The Zephyrians manipulate light itself as naturally as breathing. The Korthak have mastered biological engineering beyond anything we thought possible. Every species here has touched something that conventional physics says is impossible. But you've all made the same error. She paused, letting her words sink in. You've treated the universe like it's something to conquer, when it's actually something to understand. Humanity didn't develop these technologies to threaten anyone. We developed them because we kept asking why when everyone else was asking. How much firepower? The High Arbiter's form dimmed considerably. What do you want from us, human? Partnership, Chen replied simply. Real partnership. Not the tributary system you've maintained, where younger species serve older ones. We want to share what we've learned and learn from what you know. The universe is vast enough for all of us to grow together. And if we refuse? Vexithul's question carried the weight of military tradition. Chen's expression grew serious. Then you'll face the same choice every dominant power has faced when confronted with paradigm-shifting change. Evolve or become irrelevant. The display shifted once more, showing the converted asteroid field beginning to reshape itself into something unprecedented, a massive research station, its architecture incorporating elements from every major galactic civilization but unified by principles that no single species had imagined possible. This is our proposal, Chen continued. The Transcendence Project. A joint endeavor to unlock the deepest mysteries of existence itself, not for dominance, but for understanding, not for power over others, but for the elevation of all consciousness. The chamber fell into absolute silence. For the first time in galactic history, the established powers found themselves not facing a military threat, but something far more dangerous to their supremacy, an alternative vision of what the future could be. The High Arbiter's crystalline form slowly began to brighten again. When he spoke, his voice carried a note that the translators identified as something unprecedented in Zephyrian communication. Hope. Perhaps it is time for a new kind of galactic order. That day, humanity didn't conquer the galaxy. They didn't need to. They had done something far more powerful. They had changed what conquest meant entirely.